Here we go, it's last week of the auction, America's favorite top 10 list of auction results from around the globe, as hand-selected by me, Josh Levine, your host and guide to the world of auctions, and this is episode 7 of season 2, and the hottest YouTube series and social media sensation in the world. Okay, the auction world. And it's the best part, it's the answer to everyone's question after an auction, like, what did that sell for and why? So in other words, it's Emmy Award winning television. And yes, I got a great show for you today. Welcome back subscribers and hello newbies, because I got the goods. Amazing auction results, fun facts, and so much more. I'm telling you, nothing is more interesting than the world of auctions. And you know what? It's better than watching the collapse of the Western civilization on TV. So before you go, subscribe below, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, please share because sharing is caring, and make sure you check out all the links below. I don't type them up for my health, but for my love of you. And I'm thrilled to announce Why Don't You Want My Stuff was just released on audiobook, so you can find it on Audible and Amazon. Yes, that's a shameless plug. Let's get on with it. It's last week at the auction. Coming in at number 10 is a KARL Springer chrome brass vanity mirror that sold for $1,100 at Abell's in Los Angeles. That's right, you heard me, $1,100 for a 26 by 19 table mirror. And it's why you need to know your names and mid-century modern designers. Not a household name to many, but KARL Springer was in fact very well known in his day as a designer and manufacturer of mid-century luxury furniture and accessories. A German immigrant that dabbled in telephone tables and picture frames. Can you imagine? We had telephone tables, now you have iPod tables. I don't know if that's true, but you should have them. Anyway, he was known for covering these in exotic materials like snakeskin, etc. And it's a good tell for his early work. He was discovered by the Duchess of Windsor, and she became his first collector and really helped launch his career. You know, it's all in who you know. He went on to have showrooms in New York City, Miami, Los Angeles, and even Tokyo. Not bad, but anyway, I hope this $1,100 mirror illustrates knowing your names when you're advertising, marketing, and selling this stuff. It really matters. Number 9 is a Mattel Hot Wheels Redline, the classic cord in Magenta, and it brought $1,700 at Toys, Trains, and Other Old Stuff in Fowler, Indiana. I talk about Redlines often because these 70s classics illustrate my point that nostalgia is money. They are highly prized and in demand. Your mother might still have yours in the basement or attic or garage, so go find them. Number 8 is a signed FRITZ Rock Haitian oil on canvas that brought $2,500 at DuMouchelles in Detroit. It was 16 by 48 and quite vibrant. Check out those colors. My point here is knowing your trends, what's in style and desirability currently. The fact is, trying to find out a lot about these Haitian artists is actually quite difficult. Not being known artists or well documented hasn't affected the growing demand for this school of works over the past few years. Really for several reasons, but what you need to know is to be on the lookout. It's kind of an industry secret right now, and you can still pick these up at estate sales and yard sales for a song and make a few bucks. All right, number 7, an early Chicago Cubs pennant just sold for $2,750 at Matthew Bullock Auctioneers in Ottawa, Illinois. I told you a few episodes ago he had some killer sales coming up, and it looks like sports fans are not only itching for baseball, you know I am, go Nats, but anyway, they're paying a premium for great early baseball pieces. It's Americana, it's a sports collectible, it's rare that these things survived, and that checks all the collectible boxes in Flavortown. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, okay, my friends, it's about to get all political in here. Number 6 is Trump's Ale flat top beer can, and it just sold for $5,750 at Moreans in Brimfield, Massachusetts. It was circa 1938, so 5 years after Prohibition, so long after Donald's family was running the illegal hooch. What? Oh no, that was the Kennedy family. Donald's family was the brothels. So what I'm saying is, Trump's beer, for people that don't touch the stuff, they grab it. Okay, smooth transition. Number 5, a rare Heath Ledger as the Joker signed photograph sold for $10,236 at RR Auction in Boston. This illustrates something I've touted before. Tragedy sadly influences value. When we lose someone too soon, there's a couple of things that happen. They become a legend and an icon to their fans, but the sad part is, you know, And the sad part is they won't be signing anymore, so it creates rarity and, oh yeah, forgery as well. But that's let me take 2 seconds to illustrate with sports collectibles because it'll make sense to you. You have Thurman Munson, Roberto Clemente, Lou Gehrig, all died too young, and the value of their collectibles eclipse their contemporaries for the most part, as these other legends continued to sign into their retirement and so on, meaning there's a ton of their stuff, but not someone who passed away. I'm sure you get it. All right, number 4. Martha Stewart's iconic Turkey Hill kitchen brought $17,000 at Kaminsky Auctions in Beverly, Massachusetts. And by the way, this is the kitchen set where the Martha Show was filmed for years. The auction also had the original Emerald kitchen and several other test kitchens. You're only going to find this stuff at auction, and that's a good thing. Number 3 is the great Ed Mell with Canyon Cottonwoods that sold for what? $18,000 at Hindeman in Denver. This 36 by 36 is classic Ed Mell. I love his stuff. This is a case, though, of recognizing a style and a signature. I have seen people miss major scores on art, or worse, give away a family heirloom because they didn't know mom had bought something a few years back. You know, they saw a Western landscape and it was not their thing, so they sold it for $500 in an estate sale, and someone later sells it for $18,000 at an auction. See, the style, you see that? Okay, it's like a modernist, almost cubist approach. Now see the signature? Does that look like Ed Mell to you? No. But let me tell you, when you make a chunk of money off of knowing that in the future, you won't forget it, and you can thank me. And did I throw in that Ed's a local here in Arizona, so these pieces are here, you know. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a few times. What a great guy. All right, let me get on. Number 2. A Southern Cheyenne ledger drawing by Howling Wolf brought $85,000 at Heritage in Dallas. This circa 1875 watercolor and ink on paper included a stereo view of the artist, Howling Wolf. These 19th century mixed medias are referred to as ledger drawings basically because they were executed on the pages of old ledgers or accounting books. Young Plains warriors like Howling Wolf here learned to draw, and they would memorialize their deeds in pictures. You know, their recollections of bravery and battles, and examples like this are highly sought after. And you know what? I'm going to stick with this Native American theme for number 1. Number 1 is the quintessential Native American tomahawk that just sold for, are you ready? $540,000 at Morphy's in Denver. And when one thinks of a tomahawk, this is the one. Prior to this, it was on display in the French and Indian War exhibit and was a feature in the Heinz History Center in Pittsburgh. It also was at the Museum of Civilization in Ottawa and the Smithsonian in Washington. That's provenance, and that's $500,000. Wow, this episode was a lot of fun. This was last week at the auction. And it's time for viewer email, and this week's question actually comes from a local, from Albert D. in Mesa, who asked, do you ever think art pottery will come back? I emailed you back, Albert, to elaborate, but I didn't get an answer, so I'm just going to assume you mean like McCoy, Roseville, Weller, and the like, and I say yes. Truly my opinion, but there's cycles in everything, and when a lot of bad reproductions came out a few years back, it really hurt the market on the real deal pieces out there, and the market's been soft in general, but I think buying them now is a smart move. I think they're going to come back. You know, they're not making any more of them, and as design styles change, everything comes back. It always does. So I love that question. Thanks again, everyone, for your great questions. And remember, you can always email me at josh@joshlevinespeaks.com. Unless I get wildly famous or a real job, I will answer you right away. So before you leave, don't forget, subscribe below. It's free. Give me a thumbs up. Post a question or comment. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Check out all the other great auction houses I talked about in the links below. I got them all down there. And make sure you give my book a free listen. If you click the link I have down there, it's free. You can listen to like the first 5 minutes of it. Anyway, until next week or last week at the auction.